You protect my energy. Good. These people tripping. It's a beautiful day. It's beautiful. Give me some of this honey. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Give me some of this honey. They could tap into your cameras if you have Wi-Fi on your cameras, that boy. You can turn them off sometimes if you don't feel comfortable. My bad, y'all. Filling up my honey with water. There we go. I know, but I'm talking about one of my relatives. They probably can do that on the cool with you. You just gotta be careful and make sure you don't have your IP address. Yeah, if they, excuse me, I put honey in my water in my honey jar so I can get the rest of that honey. So I'm gonna let that honey sit in there. This is Manuka honey, but yeah, if they doing that, then you gotta be careful. So how y'all doing? I see a lot of people showing me videos on Instagram and Facebook saying I passed away. I was like, what? That cracked me up. I was like, who the fuck said I died? That tripped me out. Most people tripping. People just run with stories they got. And it's like, nah, ain't none of that. I'm alive and well. Be careful you don't actually pass away. It ain't gonna bother. I'm not really tripping. There's so much out there in the cosmos. I'm not really tripping. You should never be afraid. But anyway, I'm just chilling. Being in the present, taking it a day at a time. So some people have seen me on Instagram and Facebook popping off, and I even had family members message me today, you alive? I was like, what? Y'all believe that stuff? That's funny. But yeah, I just thought that was strange. People were like, oh man. I'm gonna show y'all, hold on. Some people, I'm gonna show y'all some stuff, hold on. Let me make this a little brighter so you can see me. When did you find that out? I found out like 2 days ago. Like a day or two ago. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my crown since people have been asking me. People have been going crazy because of this crown, which is wild. People have been going crazy because of this. I'm like, wow, that's so hilarious. Y'all know what time it is. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how this works. So I'm getting everything together so y'all can see me use this for the people who are new to this whole thing. Okay, here we go. We got our tools together. Hold on one second. Let me grab my other phone. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alrighty. So do it like this. So most people have seen the crown. I need to put some Ludicide up, hit up Taj, yeah. Taj, the guy, created the crown. But it's a tensor ring. This is what's most important, the tensor ring. Alright, let me get some stuff together. Oh, people see it and been asking me. I know how to make them too. It just takes a little time. Let me show you. So the inside of this has nickel on the inside of this. I have to readjust. One of my jewels came out. I have to readjust that one. But it has nickel on the inside. This is zinc right here for you people who've never seen it. Like I said, I have the crystal. I just have to readjust it because it fell out. And then right here we have the copper base. As you can see, I'm gonna redo this tensor ring too to make it more flush. This is just the prototype crown, honestly. And this right here at the top, for most people who have seen it, it's a neodymium magnet. This magnet is like $90. The bigger ones are like $250 or more. Neodymium. So when you put a neodymium magnet inside of a tensor ring, this ring, even though it looks crazy, this ring cancels out negative polarity, so negative energy. So if you had a battery, you know, has the plus and the minus sign on the battery, it cancels the minus sign out so that the plus and the positive sign can continually go over and over. And when you add the magnet, it amplifies, right? So when you add a magnet to a tensor ring, you get an amplification device. Just by wearing this and having a magnet on your pineal gland, it draws ether towards your pineal gland without even using frequencies. So when people see this, this is why the kings and the queens and the pharaohs would wear crowns, because you see they would have points around their crown, right? It's to absorb ether. That's why you would see them have jewels on the side of their crowns. If you see the pharaoh's headdress, you know how they used to wear the headdress with the snake? It's because it was made out of gold, and gold is conducive to not only ether but electricity. Like if you took monoatomic gold for your body, it helps you to absorb more electricity, right? Say it's a wonderful way to increase your cells. Basically, when you put more energy into your cells, it's like you're issuing commands to your cells, right? So your whole body is a giant electrical current, and all your what we call chakra points are energetic centers or energetic points. And when you clear stagnant or static electricity, it allows that electricity to flow easier so that you can send commands to your cells easier. That's why when people tell you about chakra points and energy and frequency and vibration and sound, it really makes an impact on your life. So what I'm going to show you right now, right? So this is a 600 watt amp. Let me show y'all this. Y'all see me unraveling it. I'm showing you the logistics behind what I'm using. So this is just a 600 watt amp. You could probably use a car amp for more power if you have a bigger tensor ring, because the more power you use, the bigger tensor ring you need, so it can offset that extra current, basically. So this is just a 600 watt amp, as you can see. I'm just showing y'all so y'all can see 600 watts. I'm gonna post this on my YouTube too, so that way y'all can see it. You see what I'm saying? It's just a 600 watt amp. Everything's attached. It has a normal plug and a power button. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, this is the first part of the whole sequence. I'm gonna show you the second part. So this one right here that people have seen, this right here, is created by frequency waves, FREQUENZ wave.com. So when you see this, this is vortex mathematics, okay, or 369 math basically. This has 13 points around. It's clipped and it's intertwined like a sacred geometry shape. Okay, so this helps to move current. Basically, this helps to move current and to move electricity in a certain way. The inside of this is carborundum. That's the jewel you see right there. It's called carborundum. Let me shine a light on it so you can see. The inside of it is called carborundum. As you can see, that's carborundum. Okay, the bottom of this has an attachment for the amp. As you can see right there, you can look on the inside. It has an attachment with the prongs. Okay, so for some of y'all who don't know, Royal Raymond Rife created a machine that shoots frequencies. The old Liberty Bells that you see that are destroyed in a lot of places were the original med beds. You would stand in a bell, it would ring, and it would vibrate your cells to a new degree. This is a smaller version of that. So this shoots frequencies out of the circular part you see right here. Where this light is going, it shoots frequencies out. Right? Shoots frequencies out. Right in this circular area right here. Okay? So what happens is this is attached to that AC/DC 600 watt amp. Okay? You use a frequency app or some kind of a generator to produce oscillating waves. Oscillation is like a type of wave. I'm going to show you what that is. And the oscillating waves trigger different commands to your cells. Okay, that's the easiest way to put it. It triggers different commands to your cells. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug the amplification device into I have a power surge right here, so I'm going to plug that in. Okay. So I plugged it in. Okay, I'm gonna set it right here. I'm gonna take the prong piece. This is the prong piece. It goes right on the inside. I'm showing this so people can see what it does. See? Clasped together. So I just turned on, saw a Facebook reel saying I disappeared. I know, that's why I'm addressing this in this video, so people can see this out. Okay, so the cool thing about this is that I just turned the amplification device on. Let me see if I can show you real quick. The amp is on, as you can see. I turned it on the Bluetooth. So I turned the amplification device on the Bluetooth. Okay, so I turned the Bluetooth onto my phone. Let me make sure ain't no broke back, baby back, big goddess booty on this screen real quick. I'm just playing. I'm not. Make sure you know. Gobbledygook on here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first is use this. It's a frequency generator app. Okay, so when you see this frequency generator app, hold on. So let me show you. So I'm gonna flip my camera so you can see. Hey Dominica, so you can see. Hold on real quick. Oh, my bad. There we go. So you see this right here? This is a frequency generation app. So right there is called multi-isolations, right? So when you see the multi-isolations, you click this, right? You'll see sine waves, square waves, triangle waves, and sawtooth waves. These are different wavelengths. Use these in different ways to show different wavelengths. Okay, now oscillations, depending on what kind of oscillation you use, can trigger different things. So basically, if you want to issue a command to your cell, you use a certain frequency to issue a command to the cell. Okay, so when you're looking at these waves, 963 is known as the God frequency, or the frequency of enlightenment, because that tunes into your pineal gland. 528 is known to tell your cells, hey, we need to repair, start healing me emotionally. 432 is like telling your cells to tell your body, we need you to expend your we need you to heal faster when you hear these frequencies. Now, all right, I got my Bluetooth on. I attached my Bluetooth to this amplification device. Now, I'm going to show you this. Okay, the first thing I do is play 963 to tune me in. So when you hear 963, so what's happening is, this is attached to that amplification device. The frequencies are being shot up here, and it's coming out of right here, shooting frequencies out. Royal Raymond Rife and Dr. Oregon had chairs with giant copper coils that would sit on the side of you as you sit in the chair. When you sat in the chair, it would basically trigger all the cells in your body to do different things. So it's sending radio waves to your cells. So when you see a tensor ring with the neodymium magnet in the middle, like I said, this cancels out the negative polarity field and it makes like a plus sign. Just imagine a battery with just one plus sign on it. This amplifies that signal. So if I play 963, okay, now I'm gonna play 528, and I want you to hear the difference in the tone. Okay, now what I'm about to do, okay, I'm gonna play 639. Okay, now the thing about these tones is that when you play certain frequencies together, they harmonize and they start syncing. Hey, what's up, Jay? They start syncing together. When they start syncing together, they do even more things to your body. Watch this. So I'm going to play 963 and 528 at the same time. Watch this. Okay, now I'm going to add 639 to the frequency. So you hear it, right? Now, I'm going to show you something different. When you play with certain frequencies, when you have certain frequencies that are playing, it'll trigger different effects. So I'm going to slide this over here, and I want you to watch this magnet. Okay, I'm going to play the frequency of 55. Right? Watch this. Now, y'all saw that, right? Now, I'm going to play the frequency of 55 with 66. 50 with 66. So just so you can see what I'm doing too, I'm putting the frequency on 55 and 66. And what I'm going to do is I'm putting on where it says sine wave. Sine wave is what I'm using right now. Okay, so when you see the sine wave, right? But how do you get it to move? right? How do you get it to move? Okay, now instead of 55, I'm going to play 33.3 as the frequency. 33.3, and I want you to watch. Now I'm going to show you that again. I want you to watch where this is. Okay, look right here where that little slit is. Watch this little slit. Make sure you can see it. It's stuck in place because it's over here on the side. But if I move it just a little bit, y'all see it. Now, the thing about this is that when you move certain frequencies, you can start moving magnets, right? So, for y'all who didn't see, the reason why this is so important is that your whole body is electric, right? And just to show you I'm not playing, so y'all see it moving, right? And that's without the tensoring. So when you're using it, oh wow, gratitude, appreciate that very much. I'm gonna set up another one real quick, hold on. But the thing that's I'm gonna set up for, there we go. There we go. Wow. So it would be good for the rest of the live. So anyway, so when you see certain frequencies being played through this, they trigger different effects in your body. So imagine having a tensor ring around any part of your body with the little magnet inside. So this part, so let's say I made a tensor ring and I connected the magnet like this to that portion, right? If you had wrist issues, I could put this on your wrist. If you were having heart issues, you could put this on your heart and start finding the frequency of what your organ is and issuing commands to the cell. So the reason why this is so important is that could you heal yourself with sound and frequency if you're electric, right? You're an electric being, right? Could you heal yourself with sound and electricity? Yep. It's called harmonic resonance, right? All of your organs, all of your eyesight, your smell, they all have frequencies, right? So if you know let's say you have a stomach ache and you know the frequency of your stomach ache and you put it on your stomach, you just issue commands to your cell to, hey, I don't want the stomach ache anymore. Now, exactly, dementia, Alzheimer's, stuff like that. That's why this is so important. All those people who are saying you're frying your brain, they don't even know the concept of vortex mathematics. They don't know. And some of those people are agents, by the way, because they don't want you to know you have free energy in the sky. You shouldn't be paying a light bill ever. You have free energy. Okay? So for some of y'all who don't get this, let me show you something. So I'm going to play a frequency of 66 and 963. Watch this. I want you to listen to what happens up here. Listen. Right? The God frequency with 66. I'm playing both at the same time so you can move it. Right? Now, I'm going to play another frequency. So I'm going to play 428. And I'm going to change the wave to sine. So I'm using a sine wave. You hear it? Now I'm going to add 428. Watch this. Now I'm going to add 432. I'm going to switch the wave. All the waves are going to be sine waves. So I'm going to switch to 432 hertz. And I want you to hear and listen. Okay, so those are regular oscillations. Those are just regular oscillations. So if I don't use the 66 and I just use 432 and 963, okay, so basically the sound you're hearing is basically the frequency is being amplified through the neodymium magnet, and as it goes through, the extra electricity is being offset. So I have nickel, like I said, I have nickel on the inside of this, I have zinc right here, and all these different crystals absorb some of that the extra static electrical current. So when you see something like this, this is sold by Frequency Waves, FrequencyWave.com, and you can tell them I sent you, ViaEnergyHealing. That's who sells the wand. The crown was created by Taj, TAJDAGAWD, but you can use most crowns. You can use the most important pieces are these two: the tensor ring and the neodymium magnet. So if you find somebody who has, you can take, you know how you get copper? You can get you copper from like Lowe's or Home Depot or somewhere. You can put the copper inside of a drill. You know how you have a drill? You can take the piece of copper, put it on the inside and hit the drill, and it'll twist it up naturally. So after you twist it up, if you know how to solder, then you solder the two pieces together to make a circle. And you usually do it at a 45 degree. The 45 degree is one of the vortex mathematics formulas basically. So when you put it at a 45 degree, I'm telling y'all how to do this so y'all can go experiment. If you know how to do engineering, or you know, like this stuff can change the world type of deal. Like that's why this is so important. People, there's a lady in it's either Washington or Michigan. She created a machine called a sonosphere, where you lay down on the machine and it's like all these different, imagine a bunch of these circles circling your body while it's playing frequencies. And there's Dr. Parkenstein and Resonate 369 on TikTok. There's a bunch of people who experiment with stuff like this, not just me. Energy.healing.whole. He creates crowns as well. There's a bunch of people. You just got to find the person you want to make. But the most important part is the neodymium magnet. This neodymium magnets And this little magnet, like I'm telling y'all, this little magnet by itself is like $90, $80 to $90 just for this size. And the bigger ones cost even more money. That's probably the most expensive part, is this right here. And then the tensor rings you can make, like I said, with the drill. You get a small drill, put the wires on the inside. You could use zinc. You could use copper and zinc, put it in the drill, put the wires in the drill, hit it a couple times, and it'll start spinning. Okay, so I'm just telling y'all how to do this so you can go experiment. And if you know how to solder and stuff, you can make something badass. So you can make a copper coil, like a giant 6 foot, 7 foot copper coil in a spiral formation. Put it on the side of 2 chairs, put an amplification device, some kind of amp on it for now. It's an easier way using the amp. You can use a car amp or like a sub amp if you know what you're doing. Like I said, for people who know what they're doing, put it under the seat and you can make you a healing chair. You sit in the chair and let the spirals on the side oscillate different waves. So I've been playing regular waves. So these are just regular frequencies. Now I'm going to show you scalar waves. So scalar waves are like, so if regular waves are low definition, then scalar waves are like 1080p waves. You know what I'm saying? So I use a scalar wave app, and you can use any kind of tone generator. Like most tones, depending on who the company is, they'll sound about the same, but some of them just be wary of. Just like the YouTube videos, when you're listening to certain frequencies, when the file is being compressed onto the YouTube, the quality might change a little bit. So you got to be careful what sounds you listen to on YouTube and other places when you're listening to frequency and binaural beats, because sometimes they'll have subliminals in there too to program your shit. For some of y'all who've never seen it, if you've ever watched what's that movie with the Obamas, that they were the producers of it. What's the name of that movie? No World Left Behind. I think that's, yeah, No World Left Behind. They had subliminal sounds throughout that whole thing. And a lot of the stuff you watch on TV, your media, has these little sounds. Project Mockingbird was to do propaganda, but there was also subliminal messages and sounds implanted in some of your stuff. I'll give you an example. You ever heard a song that you listen to and you don't know the words, but you know the melody? That's called an earworm. You can do the same earworm with your programming, your cell phone, your media you watch, your television, any kind of media. You can do the same thing. So I'm just trying to let you know. Just be careful out there, what you're listening to and what you're seeing. It's super, super important. Anyway, so we got scalar waves. So this is a scalar wave generator. Let me turn my camera so you can see. Boom, hit this. Scalar waves right here. Just want y'all to read that real quick. Most common human body frequency. When you resonate with this frequency, it amplifies your body's natural vibration, harmonizing and boosting your organs. It's excellent for maintaining body vitality by using it for an hour a day. Note that each person's vibration is slightly different, so you should adjust the frequency to your frequency by plus or minus 3 hertz. For example, spiritual individuals may prefer 115 to 116 hertz. The 114 frequency aligns with the majority of the population's body vibration. So our bodies naturally radiate at the frequency of 7.81 hertz. Right now we're going through a shift or a cosmic change where we're taking in radiation not only from the sun, but we're taking in radiation from the ether. So the ether is shooting radiation. That's why you notice the weather anomalies and everything. The golden dome they want to build is to stop some of that radiation. But this radiation that's coming in is going to awaken your dormant cells. So think of like your cells have been in sleep mode for thousands of years, and now your cells get to shake up. Your cells are shaking up like, oh, and it's reawakening stuff that was inside of you. That's why your visions are becoming more pronounced. Like you see people doing telekinesis and remote viewing. If you don't believe in that, the 3-letter organizations already prove you can do it. If you go to, excuse me, type in the Gateway Project, go to the CIA.gov, scroll all the way down to the bottom, click Freedom of Information Act, and type in the Gateway Project. That'll show you astral projection. But I'm going to just sum it up for you. Hemisync in your brain is the way you astral project. For some of y'all who don't know what that means, your physical body is only compressed cells doing this to create a solid foundation. When you astral project, you're lessening the electrical current on your body and going into your light body, because all of this is just thought energy produced. Okay, it's just electrical currents, waves of frequency being produced outwards from your inner side, from your insides. Anyway, all of this stuff that's happening right now is getting us back to awakening up. So basically, you know how you see the movies where people would move bricks with their hands, stuff like Supercell, like the shows like Supercell. Your second strand of DNA, they call junk, has always been dormant cosmic DNA. So think of it as like your cosmic memory card. They've always told you it was junk, but there's no junk on our bodies. Some of y'all are made out of cosmic dust, which is called dark matter. And dark matter is the essence of creation. So the creation molecule, basically. So some of you are awakening that dormant dark matter inside of your second strand. As you waking up more, you're starting to remember what they say as past lives or incarnations. Basically, your electrical current never fades out. Like your energy in your body is an infinity symbol. Okay, so as you pass away, your physical vessel runs out of electricity, but your soul electricity is continuously going forever. You get what I'm saying? So some people are coming to see that some of the stuff you learned growing up was a way to program you to think a certain way. You could believe in whatever you want to, but it's becoming evident with what's happening in the world, with the changes inside of yourself. People realizing that the way we live in is not supposed to be like this. We're supposed to be like the sort of like the Atlanteans, where they had technology and spirituality together, so you can do stuff like floating cities. We have that type of technology. Some people would say that's crazy, that's fantasy. I told people on my video that I recently posted, they have this thing called the Invention Secrecy Act of 1951, where ideas that people have created that could change humanity have been put in that vault. And there's 5,000 plus different ones in that vault. And in that vault, for instance, I'll give you an example. They have a washing machine that can clean dirt off your clothes with sound and frequency. Imagine never having to buy laundry detergent ever again. They have the light bulb, the first light bulb that was ever created is still on to this day. We have everlasting light bulbs where you never have to pay for light ever again. We have cleaning products, all kinds of stuff that's been hidden because some of these people are too greedy. They want to keep you on a subscription service around the world. And a lot of people are starting to see that. Like, what kind of living is it for you to work 80 to 100 hours a week just to barely make it? If we have free energy, you know everybody can eat, right? There would be no need for homelessness and stuff. Y'all know that, right? That's why free energy has been around for a long time. If we have free energy, that's clean water. If you can shoot electrical current into certain water, bodies of water, you can clean out the water, right? Imagine just going outside to a lake and drinking the water and not having to worry about it. You can make devices called cloud busters, which uses mercury, right? Mercury and red mercury in order to clear clouds around your house. We have a bunch of this technology that'll change the world. Electroculture. Some people are catching on to it now. You take a 6-foot pole, wrap it in copper, a 6-foot copper pole, wrap it in copper, and you put it in your garden. The copper absorbs ether into the plant, and the plant grows 2 to 3 times its normal size, no matter what you're growing. That's why all this frequency is important, because I'm going to show you something. You see these pyramids we have here? These pyramids are naturally the neodymium magnet. That's what these are. Right here. On the top of a pyramid, they have these things called bin stones. The bin stone is like a big version of this. Right? All the pyramids of the world are on ley lines. High energetic, high magnetism points, electrical points. Most of your military bases in America, ley lines. Even around the world, whenever you see most military bases, they're pretty close to a ley line or a high energy point. I'll give you another one. Mount Rushmore, that's the Grand Canyon. Niagara Falls. Y'all notice any similarities with some of these places? All these places have ley lines or a pyramid pretty close to the area. Did you know America has like 2,000 and 3,000 plus pyramids by itself? Anyway, the reason why all this is important with frequencies and sounds is because the harmonic resonance is a way to change the health industry for life. So I'll give you an example. When your finger is missing, right? Let's say your finger's missing. Your cells have gotten commands that there's nothing there anymore, right? What if you could issue commands to your cells for your finger to say, hey, I need you to start regenerating? What you mean regenerate? Oh, hey cells, I'm gonna send an electrical wave to you, some frequencies to you, and I need you to start regenerating my finger. So if you remember the movie Elysium with Matt Damon, when that lady put her baby in the machine, it scanned her? That's real. You could, if you didn't have a finger, if you missing an eye, if your organ is missing. That's why this right here is the precursor to that type of stuff. That's why this is so important. So for all those people who are naysayers and say you don't know what you're doing, you're frying yourself, that's because you want to stay under somebody's thumb for the rest of your existence. A lot of people feel comfortable just staying in the box that they were told. This is the shoebox. When you have space, your whole universe around you, but you here in this shoebox. We barely use 5% of our brain. If you had 10% or more of your brain, you wouldn't want to be here. This is sort of what they call a prison planet for beings who are like the delinquents in a way. And some of you are coming to work out those extra static electrical currents in your soul so you can get ready for your next journey. For some of y'all, y'all just like being bad. Not bad technically, but in a certain polarity of energy. We stay on a stack of pancakes. So most people, we stay on a stack of pancakes like this, right? Just like this. Each layer is a different electrical current level, right? As you become more aware, you start to move up like a video game. There's beings above us and below us, right? So when you tune into yourself, all of it is just a reflection of your inner self outside. right? So when you tune into yourself, it's like you're sitting on a layer of pancakes. Some people have seen that, what's his name, that Unk guy, and he was telling you about this type, that stuff. What he's saying is facts. And your body is considered a prison suit, sort of, but it's also a way you can learn how to transmute energy. You can do other stuff. It's not just a prison planet. This is a school. This is an apothecary, a laboratory. It's all these things in one, because it's a quantum energetic simulation. But how your simulation is different from everybody else. So even though we're walking in the same, let's say, neighborhood, you're in a different time or a different space or a different dimension. Everybody, they're in, even if it's like a point off. All right, so I'm 0.1, you're 0.12. You get what I'm saying? And that slight difference, like when you see ghosts, let me give you an example. When you see ghosts, some of those people we see as apparitions, they may just be in another time, quotations, or another space, because time is just circular. It's a spiral with no numbers. So it's like people are at different points in the spiral. It's called a Fibonacci sequence. Anyway, all this is important because we're in the process of involution. So basically, we're remembering that we are the most high, like your most high consciousness, your higher self, your high power. You're remembering where you come from and what you are. You're in the process of transition. Some people are caught in between, and now you're slowly making transitions to the next place. And then some people are still working on electrical current so they can get ready for their next destination, because your soul is infinite and there's infinite possibilities out there in the cosmos. You can put some of those in your pocket too. Yeah, that's the head cornerstone that the builder refused. Yep. Can you give me the comp frequency? FREQUENZ wave. Oh, gratitude for that. I've never seen that. That's tight. Gratitude. But look, anyway, I was rambling, but I tell people a lot of stuff. But this is a scalar wave. I want you to listen and see. You can barely hear it, but ooh, I could feel it. I just want you to see the wand. Watch this. This is a scalar wave. Ooh, I can feel. That's fire. That's fire. That's fire. Now, if you could put this on your whole body or pieces of your body, you can just. I'm gonna play this. Watch this. This frequency is gonna be really high, but it's 2462. It's a brain booster. Watch this. Just close your eyes and breathe and listen to the sound. Now, let me ask y'all a question. For the people listening to the frequency, did you feel anything in your body? Did you feel lighter? Do you feel any kind of like, oh, what's that? What's that sound? I'm different. I use way more than 10%. That's hilarious. Yeah, don't go into the light. Go into the darkness and say, I want to return home or go back to my origin. Some of you came here as like, you know, you was just here to help raise the vibration to a certain degree, and then you're going back to wherever you came from, or you're going back to where you're going, wherever it is. Frequency, FREQUENZ, wave.com. Let me see. Okay, now I'm gonna play another frequency. So the next one is 2004 hertz. So this is the frequency of self-trust and belief in yourself. This is a scalar wave, 2004 hertz. Alrighty. The scalar waves are high definition waves. That's the easiest way to describe them. High definition waves. My daughter likes the sounds like she's resonated with it. It's because for babies and children and animals, when you play certain frequencies, it'll calm them down. So if you have a crying baby, you could play what's called a solfeggio, SOLFEGGIO frequency, and the baby will calm down. You ever seen the videos where the lady would hit the little gong next to the baby and the baby would calm down? Those tools use solfeggio frequencies. So that frequency I just used, that 2004, is a solfeggio frequency. So when you add up the number of a frequency and it equals 3, 6, or 9, those frequencies are beneficial for your body. So I'll give you an example. 432. You add up all the numbers until you get a single digit. So for 432, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9. 528, 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 plus 8 is 15, 1 plus 5 is what? 6. You get what I'm saying? That's how you know if a solfeggio is a solfeggio. It'll always add up to 3, 6, or 9. There are other frequencies you can use that aren't solfeggios that are good for you too, but those are like top-notch frequencies for your body. Excuse me, the solfeggio frequencies. So what I'm going to do, hold on just a second. I'm going to use another app. So I have another app I use for frequencies. Right? This is another app, and I'm going to use a triangle wave. So I'm going to show you. This is called a triangle wave right here. These are different oscillations. So you got sine, square. Let me turn it so you can see. So you got sine, you got square, sawtooth, triangular waves. It's how the wave oscillates. So you know how you look at the hospital meter and it goes doop? That's basically the oscillations, right? You know how your heart will go doo 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 doo, right? That's your body tuning in, right? So if I push triangle and I play 888, right? I just put on 888. Hold on, let me switch mirror. Okay, so the cool thing about using these apps, using some of these frequencies, is that it's issuing commands to your cells. Frequency, energy, and vibration, like Nikola Tesla said, is the keys to life. And when you look at life as energy, frequency, and vibration, you can see through the veils of life. Hold on just a second. I'm going to show you something. So this is a frequency generator. You can start a frequency, and what'll happen is it'll play. This is called a sweep generator. So what'll happen is, I'm gonna show you. It's funny, they want me to make sure that I'm still alive on this puzzle piece. Anyway, this scale is called logarithm. Okay, logarithm. Now I want you to watch and listen to this. Okay, watch this. Just listen. Okay? Now, watch this. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to put 30 seconds. And I'm going to put the frequency up to 999 hertz. Okay? It's looping. It's basically looping frequencies. Okay? So I want you to listen and just see what I'm talking about. Just watch this. Just wait. Look at this. Okay, so that was so basically what you saw is basically crescendoing up and then coming back down. And if you play certain frequencies, like let's say you get the Royal Rife app or a Rife frequency or certain frequencies you tune into, right? Watch this. I'm gonna do another one. Watch this. My frequency I'm gonna start off with is 36, and I'm gonna stop it at 99, right? I want you to watch what happens to the wand. So from frequency 36 to 99. The tensor ring is super important in this process. This feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. I can't tell y'all, bro. I can't tell. That feels so good, bro. I'm like, oh my god. But hey, here we go. For some of y'all asking, who makes the crowns? There he is, right there. The creator of the crown. I'm going to be upgrading my crown soon, but that's the creator of the crown. If you want to get a crown, you can contact this guy right here. Taj, TAJDAGAWD. Glad you came in. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. So, I'm going to show you again. We're going to do what's called a logarithm wave, but this time I'm going to start off at a higher frequency. So I'm going to start off at 333, and then I'm going to have it go up to 666. 666 is not a terrible number. For you people who know, you know. Okay, now I want you to watch and listen. I stopped it. Now I'm gonna take a break, because after so much, you have to let it discharge, because when you use so many frequencies, you have to let it discharge for a bit. So I'm just let it rest for like 5 minutes or so it can basically scatter that extra electrical current. Having this piece alone scatters a lot of that excess and static electricity. That's why this is so important. And yeah, this is Taj the God, the creator of the crown, but I'm just showing you the wand is created by frequency waves. When you put it together, you can do magical stuff. You can do magical stuff. That's the creator of the crown. If you want a crown, contact him. Give him the code ViaEnergyHealing, just so he know it's from me. Just tell him ViaEnergyHealing sent me, so he know. Okay. But I'm just showing you. I had a lot of people tag me in that Facebook and Instagram video, seeing me in this crown. And I'm showing you how it works, and I'm telling you how to go do this. Here we go. Hold on, let me pin this. Boom. That's Taj the God's website right there, ecrowns.net. Call the number. If you want a crown, contact Taj the God. Just tell him ViaEnergyHealing sent you. But I'm showing you the different uses of the crowns. And let me show you another one. So the previous scale was called logarithm. So this scale is going to be linear. So you're going to see a difference. Watch this. So I'm going to put it at 1. And I'm going to do the frequency of 99. Okay? I'm not going to do a loop this time. I'm going to just do it one time. Now I want you to listen and watch. I'm going to let, oh wait, I got to let it discharge for like another minute. So I'm just letting it discharge. But yeah, if y'all want a crown, contact Taj the God. Tell him BIA sent you. And then give me 1 second. But anyway, it's super important that you be careful with this type of stuff. If you an electrician, this will be a good fun project. If you're interested in this type of stuff, you need to look up Vortex Mathematics, which is basically 369 math. George Lavowsky, Lahvohsky, Lavowsky. And he's one of the people who he passed. I think he passed already, but his knowledge is super important. It's 369 math, and I'm just giving you paraphrases and simplified versions. But I also have a staff too. The staff has a TENS unit attached to it with copper wire, it was created by Anu Mindset 78. You can look at that on my YouTube, ViaEnergyHealing. If I get more funding, I can do more stuff, but people just be wanting stuff, not knowing how long it take. Like, I want to show y'all something I want to make. I'm gonna show y'all something. Man, I could just tell y'all, because nobody made it yet. So you remember Iron Man, how he had those gloves with the tensor, with the ring around it? If you put a tensor ring with a magnet on it, let's say a magnet, and just like this, so basically this on top of a glove, and on top of another glove, and then you have another ring right here, and another ring right here. With the right tools, if you have a magnet under something, so imagine, here we go. So let's say I had a magnet under this, right? And I had my hand. You see how this moves with that wand? Imagine doing that with your hands. The reason why that is important is, like, if this weighs more than me and I can put a magnet on it and propel it away from me, does that mean I could levitate rocks with sound? I'm just saying, there's a lot of stuff you could make, but it costs a lot of bread. It costs some bread to make. You know, like the staffs they use, the staffs, some of those were used to move those pyramid blocks. That's gonna sound strange, but those blocks were like tons. How do you expect all those people to pull ton, I'm talking about 10-ton 5-10 ton bricks, and you expect a bunch of people to pull that? Be for real. But you could do that with one of these. Y'all literally just saw me move a magnet with this. Now, if you had a big enough magnet and you had a rock on top of this, couldn't you just move this with a little one? Now, imagine a giant version of this. Floating cities like Atlantis, Atlantean technology type shit. But anyway, all these greedy ass corporations don't want us to be on that level, because there would be no need for a corporation. That's why. Anyway, you know, all the people who come up with the good stuff, they always go missing. But I don't really care. I'm like, they know if they fuck with the wrong one, they gonna find out. They know who come from the ether. And they know that time is up already. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, let's get started on my wave. Okay, we're gonna do a loop and we're gonna start. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this together. Oh, wow. Oh, don't be surprised. I'm gonna be on some James Bond shit. But look, I'm gonna show you 33 though. Right? Now, let's go a little more aggressive. We're gonna go with 45. And just so people don't think I'm playing, I'm going to take it out of the tensor ring and I'm going to show you something. Now, imagine you put this on certain items. If an item weighed more than you, couldn't you move the bricks? Right? Couldn't you move bricks? Right? Now, imagine you using a staff in order to move pyramid blocks like this. Y'all see that, right? And that's the frequency of 45. That's just one little frequency of 45. Now I'm gonna crank it up to 54. I'm gonna go up another 11. Now, just to show you again. Now, you get what I'm saying? Now, imagine you can do that with fucking items, big ass fucking your car. Something about the crisscross patterns in the pine cone. Yep. He just passed the executive order on birthright citizen. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Hold on, let me Type shit. We are with you, beloved. Gratitude. Yeah, ain't nobody worried about them. I wanted to help my people in a certain way. And I know this technology can help. It's just some stuff, it got to be recalibrated. But some of the other stuff can help in the process. For real, it really can. Like, if you have, for instance, this on your plant, your garden bed. Let's say you have a garden bed and you use electroculture, right? You have the 2 to 6 foot pole in the ground wrapped in copper, right? It'll extend the growth of vegetables, fruits, whatever you're growing, and make it last longer, right? Now, if you add a frequency, like solfeggio frequency, so let's say you have a copper rod sitting in the middle of your garden, and you have a device shooting frequencies at it, and you have the copper at the bottom spiraling, but it spirals around your whole garden bed. That vibration from that frequency, like you see when this starts moving this way, that vibration going through the copper, that frequency goes into your whole garden bed. Now, that may seem silly, but you can grow giant ass fucking tomatoes and pickles and cucumbers. Electroculture by itself could probably stop world hunger. On the cool. But, you know, I'm just saying. I'm just throwing ideas out there for you. But for all those people who saying this is a toy, you don't know what you're doing, tinfoil hat upgrade and stuff, let those people keep paying their bills every day. I'm trying not to pay bills ever again, type of shit. That's why I was like, some people want to stay in the same box, not knowing you got free energy outside. Like, you shouldn't be paying a light bill ever in your life. All the bills you paid are invalid. Y'all know that, right? Ether was, for some of y'all who don't know, ether, or AETHER, some people spell it with just ether without the A. It was on the periodic table until 1908. Because if you have ether, that means you have to be on a flat surface in order for the ether to produce. Anyway, like a flat surface, right? So imagine you were sitting on something like this. A flat surface, right? That's why they took it out of the periodic table. Just for y'all who don't know. Anyway, for educational purposes, this is satire and entertainment, just in case. Just in case. But real quick though, if you're enjoying the content and you like the frequencies and stuff, and you want to show support, you can show support via donating in the ways of the poll. So I have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and the poll if you want to show support. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Let me see. That's how they made pyramids. Yep. Hey, what's up, Bree? Hey, what's up, Gabby? Let's see. What time is it? Yep. What is the name of the crystal you used on the helmet? This is the creator of the helmet is in here. The crown, he's in here. His name is Taj the God. Taj, if you could message your website again, I'll pin you. Taj the God. We got rose quartz, clear quartz, jasper, and some other crystals in here. What's up, Flight? The creator of the crown is actually in here. Magneto helmet, exactly. This is a Magneto helmet, like a bug. Hold on, let me see. Ether is just beyond the hydrogen. Exactly. They say you went missing. I'm never missing. They just trying to, they want you to manifest it, but nah, I'm not missing. Nor will I be missing. This is for our people. What are your powers? Living? Breathing? That's my powers, Miss. But I read H1 negative is into the etheric realm, subatomic particles. Exactly. it's like some of the stuff I know we're not supposed to have in the physical right now because we're soul bodies, but I also know that there's potential here too. But it's just like I know there's infinite stuff out there. We're rediscovering who we are and stuff, but there's I could tell quarks, leptons, bisons. It's so beautiful, man. Y'all just don't realize how much how much stuff is out there. The whole universe is infinite out for real. Hold on, just a sec. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. Perfect. Ooh, clean myself. Why would you tell somebody your powers anyway? That don't make sense. They already watching anyway, but why would you tell people? When y'all gifts and stuff start activating, just keep them quiet until you learn how to use them. If you one day you wake up and you floating over your bed or something, don't tell nobody. Just keep it quiet, learn how to use it, and when you finally get used to using it, then you can tell people. But whatever your abilities are, wherever y'all from, when y'all start, you'll wake up one day and fire coming out of your finger, or wind, or lightning, or whatever your gifts are. Don't tell nobody until you know how to use your shit, because there's a lot of people watching and all that bullshit, so they know what's about to happen. It's time. Ain't no, it is what it is. I would like a queen crown with an ankh. You can contact Taj the God. He's actually in here right now. He's the creator of the crown right here. The one is frequency wave. I have a post on it on my YouTube, ViaEnergyHealing. It's in my video section where it lists. I'll make another one so people can know what to do. If you put an electric current tender in the air, it turns green. Yes. Let's see. Obsidian for astral travel. It's funny you mention obsidian. I'm wearing that right now. It's funny you mention that. There's a lot of beings out in the cosmos that share their knowledge. You know, they want to see people shine. They want to see beings shine. And there's some beings who want to show you, like, if you use this polarity, if you use these crystals, some of them are like, hey, we see you moving towards the direction. We're helping you out some, because, you know, a lot of the other universe, like other places, are already like, they chilling, they in a peace mode, they minding that they doing what they do for themselves. So that makes sense. Like, other beings are just, you know, doing them. You know what I'm saying? Silver, let me see, I'm catching on. Your obsidian is beautiful. Thank you. Gratitude. But there's a lot of crystal combinations you can get. There's a book called The Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. I have the 3rd edition. I'll show you what the 3rd edition looked like. Hold on. Let's go to my handy dandy bookshelf. Let's see. Crystal Bible. There it is. Crystal Bible. So this book right here. Let me flip the screen so you can see it. Hold on. It's called The Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. She has 3 versions. This will show you how to pair your crystals and stuff together. Right here. Right? It'll show you where the stuff comes from. The different types of crystals around the world. You see where it says Bolivia, Germany? That's called Jamesanite. They have another one, like, I'll turn to another page. Right here, watch. Like, they'll show you marble. They'll tell you the color. They'll show you the appearance of where it is, rarity, the source, and it'll give you a description of what the crystal is. It's called The Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. Right? Another one is Marielite. Right? Colorless, white, gray, purple, vitreous, pearl, opaque stone. You can find it in Madagascar and Tanzania. So, really good book. It's called, she has 3 editions. This is the 3rd one. She has 1, 2, and 3. This is the 3rd one. Highly recommend that. If you're spiritualist, that'll help you learn what crystals do what and how to combine and use combinations for those, so you can experiment with those. Okay. And I got some more books I could recommend to y'all, but y'all gotta do y'all research too. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, so I was just showing y'all the frequency stuff. I'm kind of tired. You know, I've been teaching for a while, for years, and now I've been resting on the cool. I've been resting and relaxation, and I've shown people so much, like thousands of videos over the years. Yeah, some stuff is gonna be quiet though. Yeah. Oh, I haven't even given nothing away, Taj. I got more stuff I ain't even told people. Type of deal. Crystal type of deal. But I ain't gonna show nobody that one. That one's a personal. How did you learn so much? Research. Like, it took a lot of research, man. Go to my Telegram. So I have this app called Telegram, and on the Telegram, I'll show you, because I have it on my phone. Excuse me. There it is. So there's an app called Telegram. I'm gonna show you. Mirror. Okay. There's an app called Telegram. T.me/softfactsafterdark. It's on my YouTube too. So if you go to my YouTube, ViaEnergyHealing, it's in my links. So when you go here, you go up, you click on media, right? When you slide up to media, you can see right there 26,000, 29,000 photos, 27,000 videos, free. If you slide over, right? If you slide over, you go to files, 885 ebooks for free. You go to links, 42,000 links. You go to music, 1,187 frequencies. Voice notes, 6,472. So when people ask me how I know so much, been doing this for a high fucking minute. I'm tired. That's why I lay low in the cut. That's why I'm taking my well-deserved rest. Because motherfucker be ungrateful. So, you know, I've been viral on this app probably like 40 times on TikTok. I've been viral on X, Instagram, what's that other one? Facebook too. I don't even have Instagram, and I'm viral on it. That shit's so funny. But anyway, I ain't dead, y'all. Some people were posting videos. This guy disappeared. Nah, if anything funky happened, that's that ass. So just know, if y'all plotting, y'all gonna be y'all gonna be in that lot. It's all for educational purposes. All for educational purposes only. I've been tired, man. I've given out so much information and knowledge for so many beings. That's why I be laying low in the cut. Y'all got it. Y'all grown now. My children, my creations. My creations, I'm so grateful for you. But anyway, sometimes you gotta rest too. And my higher self telling me to take a break. That's why you don't see me on here as much as I used to be. It's time for a break. I'm doing some other shit, getting rest. But real quick though, y'all go follow Taj the God. Right here. He has a website, ecrowns.net. That's the creator of the crown. And then for the one is frequency, FREQUENZ wave. With a wave.com. And that'll be, I have the video on my YouTube. You can go check it out over there. But what's up, Willie D? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Yeah, I know everybody coming back now. I've been on TikTok. This is my 15th profile. I guess I was telling you some real shit. But it don't matter. I'm just relaxed And whatever gonna happen, go happen. I'm tired of worried about motherfuckers. Whatever gonna happen. I was like, I'm resting now. People don't like it, that's on them. I was like, I did a lot of stuff in my past lives and stuff too, so it's just like I had to. I've been rocking with you since your first page. Gratitude, I rock. I'm grateful for you. All the people who support me, I am very grateful for you. All the love and support, I really appreciate it. But, you know, if you need to take a rest and relax, rest. Rest as much as you need to. It's okay. You know, do what you need. Don't worry about that external shit or that extra shit. Just rest when you need to. Turn shit off. Turn your media off. We miss you on here, brother. Yeah, it's cool, you know. Yeah, you know, I still gotta live right now and do stuff. And I'm tired of waiting on stuff. So I've just been low-key doing what I do. Yeah. So anyway, it's beautiful. Everybody gonna figure it out. Wherever you are on your journey, you're doing a great job. And it's gonna get better. Just don't worry about that extra shit on the outside. The outside shit don't matter. It's internal. All this is just internal. Chill. Relax yourself. Do what you need to. Breathe. Sit with yourself. Just sit and just relax. Or if you want to do other stuff, do what you do. But anyway, I'm finna head off, y'all. I gotta go get me a snack or something. Praise to be God. Exactly. To the God. Anyway, I'm finna head out. I hope y'all enjoyed the live. You can go to my YouTube, check out my other stuff. My YouTube is in my bio, but it's ViaEnergyHealing. And you can see more frequency stuff and other esoteric tools in my grounding and grounding style playlist. And this is for entertainment, educational purposes, and all that good stuff. But I hope y'all enjoy. I'm finna head out. If you want to donate too, go to my YouTube. You can donate, show support. Much love. I'm out.